What's up, Crazed Nation? I'm Crazed Reviews, and today I'm bringing you a brand new JoJo's Bizarre Adventure discussion video on episodes 5 and 6. And with me to discuss this JoJo lineup episodes is...
What's up guys, I'm NightSoul. I make JoJo content on YouTube like AMVs, and I also do some other stuff like Dark Souls 3. I would say I'm pretty good at that one, so yeah, come check me out. Okay, so to open up with episode 5, we start up right after Josuke has supposedly defeated Keicho Nijimura. And it picks up with going into the arc with showing his dad and the tragic backstory, which was done really well in my opinion. The dad's backstory. They cut out some panels and added some, but other than that, it was pretty much a panel-by-panel adaptation of the chapters. The way they used the transitions and the music is as brilliant as always. Some of the transitions they use is just mind-blowing to look at, and some of the music they used, especially that sad one in episode 5, just like got to me. Like I rewatched that episode 5 or 6 times, and like that song just got to me every single time, and each time I watched it, I always had tears in my eyes, because yeah, it was some feelsy shit, man. Then it ends up with us being introduced or slightly teased on Red Hot Chili Pepper as he comes out of the electrical outlet and stabs Keicho Nijimura. So that's pretty much the end of his character arc, and this was pretty much the arc that sets up Okuyasu as a main character. I really like the way they've done it overall, and the adaptation of JoJo is going really well so far. And then we have that really funny joke at the end with your mom is totally hot, man. And then in episode 6 we get introduced to Tanami. Tanami always was quite an interesting character, because he is one of the first stands that actually doesn't have like a manifestation behind the user, kind of like Star Platinum, Crazy Diamond, and all of those. That is kind of taking like a humanoid or creature form. And this one is just a lock. It's just a lock, and what it does, it basically weighs. If you feel guilty towards something, it will weigh you down to the point where if it gets high enough, you'd want to kill yourself because you can't take it anymore. You feel so guilty, you feel that you've done so much wrong. That's pretty much the ability of the stand. And if the one with the lock tries to attack the stand user, being Tanami, the damage will be reflected back to them. And this is pretty much where they set up Koichi as a character, because Koichi has always been quite conflicted as a character. Like, is he just a nice, quiet guy, or that he's just this nice, quiet guy that kind of evolves into this kind of badass, to be honest, as he goes over this transformation of getting a stand and getting used to that. I'm not going to spoil anything and what happens later on. I'm just going to say that he gets really fucking cool later on, and he's already really fucking cool. What I do wish they did is that they made his hair yellow like in the manga, because I find it so weird that his hair is gray and or silver, and it just kind of doesn't fit a little bit.
Can we talk about
I mean, he still looks badass.
Bro. But
that change in color would be a nice addition.
Can we talk about that hairstyle thing? How it just looked like he was going Super Saiyan when he...
Oh yeah. The thing about that hair is that is a reoccurring theme throughout the parts from now on. People that awaken their stand abilities will sometimes change hair, and in another part of JoJo, it will happen really drastically to someone. Like their hair will change color and hairstyle and everything, drastically. So yeah, that's something you'll expect to see from now on with people, unlocking their stand abilities. It shows their change in personalities when they acquire the ability, and what changes in their personality kind of changes in their hair in a way.
Alright, let's talk about Koichi's stand.
Yeah, Koichi's stand's always been really interesting to me, because his stand is to kind of control sound and kind of like Tanami, weigh down some people. he if he says a certain word or a certain phrase, he can make the person pretty much do his bidding, just because the sound resonates in their mind, and tells them that yes, they have to do that, like you see with the mom, like, believe in me, and then that pretty much makes her 100% give faith in her son and lose the lock. Then he also has the ability to damage someone with this, because if he does like a scratching sound or a smacking noise, it will pretty much feel like a heavy smack on the place like the stand touched you with that sound, which they do in like kanji, like in a manga, like those manga characters, which is pretty quite funny, because those manga reactions, like character reactions, is something Araki always used a lot and still uses a lot in his manga. So him actually doing something with that was a nice addition, really, to make it as kind of a stand power to manipulate sound in the forms of characters.
Yeah, I was really hyped for Koichi's stand. It really, it caught me off guard. I was like, okay, what kind of stand is this? It's an egg, and I see it pop out and it's attacking him and everything. And nothing happened, It's just like, oh man, that's just a weak stand.
Yeah,
got really ballsy for nothing.
That's the thing about
and
Koichi.
then you see everything unfold, and you're like, oh shit, this is actually really cool.
No, but that's the thing about Koichi. Koichi's character is kind of like just as much of a main character as Josuke is, because while Josuke is the main character, because he's this part's Joestar.
Yeah.
You could say Koichi is just as much of a main character as him is, because Koichi is the one you stay with, you relate to, you evolve with throughout the part. And he evolves and becomes like from some shy kid to a total badass at the end of part 4, which really was quite pleasant to see. And he has some of the best character development in all of JoJo later on. And this moment being like the start of that, pretty much.
Yeah, this was a strong character development scene for him in this episode.
Yeah, it certainly showed off pretty much a preview of what will happen to him later on. It was a really cool moment, and it was definitely something I'd been I was hyped for from the second part 4 anime was announced. It was like, yeah, I'm so hyped to see the Super Saiyan moment in the anime, or like the act 1 in part a moment in the anime, as they call it.
Yeah, this definitely got me more interested into Koichi's character, so I'm really hyped to see more of him and what his stand can do later on in this season. So, I think that's about it for this discussion. We're going to wrap it up here. I'm going to let you do your little outro and tell them more about your channel.
Well, there isn't really that much more to say about my channel. I do a bit of AMVs, and they are mostly JoJo related, as this is my current favorite series. But in the future, I will make a lot of Hajime no Ippo AMVs, as I have finally completed the anime. It is a really strong series, and it's definitely up there in my top 5. So expect to see a lot of that if you go in on my channel in the near future.
Alright, so that's it for the video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, as it would be greatly appreciated. It helps support the channel and makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside, as well as subscribe me to school if you're new. If you're not new, what you need to do is tell someone who is new that they should definitely subscribe. No questions asked. And as always, keep it steezy, and I'll see you in the next video.